Hi there. Welcome to Sunny Dads Unplugged. This is season 2. This is our first episode, and I'm glad to introduce my friend Daren Reed. Please say something about what you do and what you've been doing. And again, we're going to talk a little bit about your background as a father.
Thank you so much. Name is Daren Reed, 25 years old, father of one, a 4-year-old little boy. Born in Johannesburg. I recently graduated from Northeast University with a Bachelor in Human Resource Management and currently working as a web software administrator.
Thanks, my friend. And by the way, congratulations on the graduation. And that's a big accolade. Tell us a little bit about your history and your journey being a young dad. And by the way, does your son live with you?
All right. So I started becoming a father when I was still at varsity. I was 22 years old. I was still studying, not working. Luckily, my family was able to support me financially as well until I got a job.
Yeah.
But my son was staying with the mom's side of the family back in Rustenburg. But thank God that he's staying this now in Johannesburg, so I get to see him more frequently now.
And you get to see your son how often? So like almost once a week?
Twice a month. Second week in the month.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. How is it like? I'm sure this has been a journey for you. It must have been unique in a way. How's it been like to have a child, and how do you relate to the mother in terms of co-parenting arrangements?
So far, the journey has been very beautiful. I haven't really had much issues with being a father. I'm always make sure that I'm present in my son's life.
Yeah.
With regards to parenting style, the mom is more nurturing, caring, loving. Yeah. I do have those elements, but I'm the one that instills the discipline as well.
Sure.
So,
I remember you mentioned that.
I also try spend as much time with him, take him to the park and so forth. But discipline is the biggest factor for me.
Yeah. And then in terms of communication and communication around decisions that you make about parenting, do you find the communication between the two of you working okay?
Right now, it's much better than before.
Okay.
Before she just make the decision, I just have to hop onto the train But I have introduced a way of saying, listen, if you're gonna have an idea, bring it forward to me. Let me know how I feel about it, and I'll replicate the same energy as well.
Yeah.
So, for example, I introduced the thing of our son will spend time. His birthday with her this year, next year will be with me. And so
you changed like that. So you alternate.
Still a pending thought, nothing. Nothing confirmed, nothing graved in stone as yet.
That's fine. I want to come to this idea of the fact that parenting, defaults to the mother, although she lives with the boy, and you have got access to him anytime you need to. How would you advise other young dads there around making these arrangements around visitation, access and communication, and what has worked for you?
It depends on the relationship that you initially had with the mother, whether you guys were just dating, you had a fling and so forth, and how you guys ended things, because clearly you guys are not together, so co-parenting has to come into play. But also depends how you guys ended things, whether it's on a good note or bad note as well.
I see.
But in my situation, I just let her have a way.
Yeah.
She said, no, I'm going to do this. I'm like, okay, you can do it.
And you're learning this together.
Yes, but then also I also have to put my foot down on certain things. Just let her walk over me, because I will not allow that.
Of course. Yeah. The other thing that I've been thinking about to ask you is around and how some dads or fathers generally could leverage and access a network like ours to actually become better dads and be nurturing and also build those bonds with their kids. How would this network or networks like this one assist you to develop that strong relationship with your child?
So I believe as parents, we have this image in our head of how we want our kids to be when they're growing up. But there's nothing wrong with getting advice as well. That makes sense. So based on the expertise in that group, it's gonna make things a bit easier, because you'll have a way of doing things, and they'll have other ways that could work for you. It's just that you haven't tried it out. So it could be a trial and error in that moment. It's better to do the trial and error in an early stage,
and it's a learning process.
Exactly. So that as your child gets older, you're able to address and adapt. Because as you get older, as the child gets older, you need to also you need to change your parenting style as well. You can't stick to one parenting style.
And you have to explore
you live in
other
a world
alternate.
that's always changing, so you need to be able to adapt as well.
I like that. How do you get the support from family, friends, as a single dad? Have you Have you found that your mom, your friends, your other family members support you in the parenting journey? And how has that been like for you?
It's been actually wonderful. I can leave my son with my cousins and with my friends. I know that he'll be taken care of.
Sure.
Whether it be that I have other commitments, maybe work commitments, I'm away, that my mom will be able to take care of him, his grandma, his aunts, my friends as well, just to take him out to the day, maybe to the zoo or something.
Yeah.
There's that relationship that my son has with my friends and family.
That's great. That's great.
So I don't have any issues.
And the last thing that I want to explore with you is around the lessons and how parenting has helped you grow and develop as a person. And how has that helped you in terms of developing new skills, maybe opening eyes for you, and growing and developing as an individual? How has that been for you?
So with me, to be honest, I'm a very stubborn individual, very stubborn. So once we gave birth to our son, he just crawled into my heart and made me a bit soft, you know.
Okay.
And you know that if you have a child, you also need to have that soft side.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I know it differs between if you have a male child or a female child.
Or
I know
a girl child.
With the female child, you always defend and ask my daughter. But
it's overprotective sometimes.
With a male child, you have to groom him. The mistakes you might have made in the past, you don't want him to make as well. So you have to groom him that way and help him navigate through the life journey as well from a small age as well. So. And
I know that he's still young now, 4 years, but I'm hoping that you can find time to create bonds with him as he grows and do activities together with him, because those things are important for dads to create those bonds.
Correct.
Our motto or slogan as this network is building bonds and breaking stereotypes. Have you been challenged around your own stereotypes that you have around parenting? Is that something that you want to share with us? The things that you actually held close to your heart, but you've been challenged now because you are now a dad yourself.
I think the biggest stereotype is that fathers actually, not male. Fathers will not be able to grow a child alone. They need the mother in the picture, which is not true.
Not true, yeah.
You have fathers that have maybe 3 kids that have been raising their kids well.
And they're doing it just fine.
Exactly, without the mother.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take time. It's not something that we can break that stereotype in this moment. It's gonna take time. So I'm actually faced with that quite a lot on a daily basis, but I am able to deal with it, because look at me now.
Yeah,
from where I was,
and you've developed and grown as a person. I need to say that in this season we are also exploring different parenting styles, especially like Daren was saying, for fathers raising girl children or girl kids versus male kids. And by the way, we're also trying to find a way how family bonds can be orchestrated or created between father and their daughters versus their sons. In fact, if you stay with us on this season, we're going to be interviewing psychologists and child care psychologists around this issue based on what type of arrangement you have with the child. I would like us to explore that more with those experts in this season. Daren, thank you so much for your time, my friend, and I wish you well with your boy. And I would like you to stay close to the network, because in season 3 we're going to be visiting your areas where you actually spend time with the kids and get to know what sort of activities you work on, you spend time with, and the things that you are doing to build your relationships. I appreciate your time, my friend.
Thank you so much for having me.
All the best. Take care.